Hi, welcome to Daytime with Susan Hunter on Local 2. Today we're joined by Linda Ryan. She's a Director of Employment Solutions. Welcome to the show, Linda.
Thanks, Sue.
You have some changes going on in your world with respect to delivering service. Can you explain a little bit about what it is you do and how that's changed?
Sure. I work with Sault College Employment Solutions, and we're an Employment Ontario service provider, which means that we're funded to assist individuals to get back into the world of work and to assist employers to find employees. And up until very recently, last week, we were partnered with the Sault Community Career Centre, and we provided services together at 421 Bay.
Right.
And we're now moving forward to being a solo act and are going to be delivering services on our own at 421 Bay because the Sault Career Centre has a new location.
That's neat. So you'll be in two places in town.
Yes.
Still delivering the same type of services?
Very similar services to what we've been delivering for the last year and a half. Employment Ontario has gone through a major transformation over the last year, and the services that we provide, like as I said earlier, are targeted to the job seeker and to the employer. We have some new programming. We have an initiative for mature workers that we've been working with this last 6-7 months. We have access to Employment Ontario programs such as Second Career, Job Creation Partnerships, and then of course our resource room and one-on-one employment counseling.
So it's really beyond, looking for work is so important, and finding work in our changing marketplace and workplaces is so important, and you're that linkage between the employer and the employee.
Absolutely, and oftentimes people forget about the employer side of our house, and the employer, of course, is a really important part of that equation. So we do provide services to employers, including job fairs, job postings, one-on-one consulting around human resource issues. We provide information and I would say linkages to resources that they may need in terms of laws, health and safety information, employment standards information. We're certainly not the experts, but we make sure that the employer knows where to get that information. And of course, we're a source of employees for employers in the community.
That's
so
powerful.
It's a win-win.
Yes, what a partnership. You even have a guidebook when you're talking about HR and things like that. You have some resources that you, I've seen the book, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, we're just in the process right now. We have an employer resource handbook that we've developed, and much of the work was done by the staff at my office who are just incredible. We had some local employers who provided us with some information on what their needs might have been as a small business starting out, and we're hoping that this book will be able to assist employers, again, looking at the value of hiring, the cost benefit. When you make a bad hiring decision, it ends up costing you a lot of money as an employer. So we're hoping that some of these tips will assist with that kind of hiring process.
That's great. You have a couple of initiatives going on right now, one of them being a targeted initiative that you mentioned for older workers, and the other one being Second Career. Can you tell us a little bit about each of those?
Sure, absolutely. Our targeted initiative to older workers, it's called TOW for short, which is not the greatest name, but basically what it's designed to do is to assist workers who have left the workforce, who they may be working part-time or be unemployed, and who are between the ages of 50 and 65 to re-enter the workforce. That's a valuable source of employees in our local community and across the province of Ontario. As you know, we've had an economic recession, and keeping some of those workers into our workforce is very, very important for the province. So this initiative assists that age group, and we design a plan that's individual for them and help them get connected back with an employer. Could involve training, could involve placement, could involve career counseling, all of those kinds of things. A little bit more of a group dynamic than some of our other programs are, but the initiative seems to be working well. We've had good uptake. The second thing you asked me about was Second Career, and that's a permanent program now of the provincial government, and that program is to assist laid off workers who've been laid off since January of 2005 to be able to get back into the workforce through training. Not appropriate for everybody, but sometimes we find that somebody's skill set maybe not as relevant as it used to be in the work world, or we have an individual who actually lacks the training that they need to get employment. So that program provides some support around tuition and potentially living allowances to be able to assist the individual to get back to the work world.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So when you look at those different programs, is there a certain amount of time that someone has to be retrained, or?
Different programs do have different requirements. The targeted initiative, the maximum amount of training time is 6 months.
Okay, so that's shorter in nature.
It's shorter in nature, and we have local training providers such as the college or the private schools, Willis College, transport training, Career Blazers. I'm trying to make sure that I mention everybody, APR Welding.
Right.
Courses, they all have courses that may be appropriate for that individual group.
Okay.
Similarly, Second Career, the maximum is a 2-year post-secondary diploma, but short-term training may be a suitable approach for an individual as well. Second Career also has some access to academic upgrading through our literacy basic skills programs throughout the community. So there's a wide variety of options depending on what the individual's needs are.
That is wonderful. Well, we look forward to hearing more, and I know we're going to be meeting with Lisa tomorrow, and she'll be talking a little bit more about what's going on down at Employment Solutions. So we thank you for being on the show today.
Thanks very much. It was nice to see you again,
Thank
Sue.
you.
Thanks.
We've been talking to Linda Ryan today. She is the Director of Employment Solutions. It's a department of Sioux College and works here in the community to provide skills and training to employees, and also some great talent to employers themselves. So make sure to head down to 421 Bay and check out what Linda and her team are doing down there. Thanks for joining us today here on Daytime. You've been with Susan Hunter on Local 2.